Oh man, I wanted to rant a little rant, and it's just been a popular thing on the internet, especially in urban internet. Maybe within the past 10 years, man. Gender wars, and mainly in the black community. That's the main thing I'm focusing on because I'm black, and that's what I notice the most. But it's men versus women, women versus men. Men need to step their game up. Women need to be more nice. Men need to be this, and women need to be that. And da 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 da. And women are expecting this, and men are expecting that. There's just so much anger and vitriol, right? And something that's supposed to be beautiful, relationships, people coming together, for whatever reason, whether it's a physical reason, whether it's trying to build a family. And I'm speaking in reference to those that don't have nefarious motives. There's people, because to me, just wanting to have sex to get off, that's not a nefarious motive. Wanting to build a family, that's not a nefarious motive. You know what I'm saying? They made the levels of seriousness between the two may not be as said. That person just wants sex ain't as serious as somebody that just wants a family. But at the end of the day, both of those two things are not two bad things, right? I'm not speaking in reference to people that's trying to sex traffic, people that's trying to trick people that's trying to spread disease. No, I'm not speaking on the level, the evil, dark side of it. Let's take that all the way out of the conversation. And at the end of the day, when you out here pursuing people, whether it's for sex or whether it's for a relationship, the main focus is those that are attracted to you, those that want you, those that are on the same page. If you're just trying to get sex from somebody, or you're just trying to get married to somebody, and that person is not on the same page, they don't want what you want, why complain about them? Just leave. Now, if these people are tricking you, like if a person is dangling the prospect of a relationship, but they only want sex, or they are dangling the prospect of sex and they only want a relationship, then that's where the problems lie in. But to me, it doesn't take long to figure out if somebody really wants a relationship or if somebody really wants sex, especially if you're an adult. And I'm only speaking in reference to adults. This video is not intended for people under the age of 21 to be watching. If that happens, I mean, it is what it is, but that's not my audience. That's not my target. That's not how I set it up. You know? But if an adult isn't on the same page of what you're trying to do, if you're an adult, you should be able to figure that out and keep it moving. Why are we trying to have debates and beating up individuals that's not attracted to us? So if you logically, like, it could be a chick that's not attracted to me, whatever, right? She don't like bald guys. She doesn't like guys with goatees, whatever. She don't like light-skinned dudes, whatever. I could logically break down why all that shit is stupid. And at the end of the day, it's still her opinion. Why am I going to waste my time trying to convince somebody to be attracted to me who wasn't attracted to me as soon as they looked at me? I always say, this is a phrase that I made up. You can't logicize love. You can't logicize attraction. It just happens. You see somebody, you're attracted to them. Or they might say something and then boom, it sparks something in your mind and you're attracted to them. But it doesn't just logically happen, you know what I mean? It just, maybe there's some type of deep subconscious logic that we don't have the tools or the technology to measure. But I know for a fact, you can't look at somebody like, oh, this person, I'm totally not attracted to that person. But they have X, Y, and Z, so you know what? I'm going to have an easier life. And a lot of people do this. And you might logically go into a situation and be married to somebody from a logical standpoint, but you still did not logicize your way into love. You just threw yourself into a situation that on paper made sense, but it still was no chemical connection. So why are we arguing over motherfuckers that we don't have a chemical connection with, or who do not have a chemical connection with us? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to understand. We there's so many debates. Yes, I'm eating this pumpkin pie cream from camera. There's so many debates and back and forths, and women need to do this, and women need to do that. No, and men need to do this. No, ratchet women need to stay right where they are, being ratchet or wretched. That's the original word where it comes from, but they just couldn't pronounce wretched, so they changed it to ratchet. And fellas that's bums and whatever, baby daddies, they gonna stay and be bums and baby daddies. The key is the people that do not profess themselves to be bums shouldn't be messing with the hood rat chicks, you know. And the people that profess themselves to be upstanding women shouldn't be messing with baby daddy dudes. The solution is in the problem complaint. It's too many bum baby daddies out here. Well, stop messing with the bum baby daddies. It's too many ratchet ass chicks out here. Well, stop messing with the ratchet chicks. But we have panels and hours and hours talking about this issue over. It's entertaining, and there could be a level of what's the word I'm looking for? A level of encouragement in the words that you hear. You know, cats talking about self-worth and you know what I'm saying? Just feeling better about yourself in general, man. But to constantly be focusing on people who you think you're better than, that doesn't make no sense to me. And I fell into that category for years. Like, I was listening to a lot of these influencers, and a lot of these cats, man, they don't believe half the stuff they say. It's entertaining, and they have an army of individuals that are in need, that need to hear this type of stuff, whether they need a father type figure in their life that they've never had, or they need a matriarchal figure in their life that they've never had. But I feel like there's way too much focus on individuals that aren't attracted to us. We spend way too much time trying to win people over and convince people who don't care about us. It should be if there's not a natural connection, then it's gone. Like I got this phrase, and this is another phrase I made up, and it's pretty extreme. But I was like, yo, you either adore me or you ignore me. I've had situations where I've met chicks within the first minute, and they was just into me, boom. Not saying I got to smash quick, but they let me smash fast or whatever. They was just totally comfortable with me. And I had other chicks that have known me for years, and it's like, yo, I'm trying to convince my soul. They know my family. They know damn near everything about me, and I still haven't gained their trust. It's a natural thing inside. Trusting somebody, trusting in someone, loving somebody, believing in someone, it just happens just like that. To me, all you can do is lose it more than you can gain it. You have it automatically, and then you lose it by your actions. You can't gain favor, gain trust. People just see you and it's a vibe, and then you lose it. That's it. You can't gain trust in somebody. You just look at somebody, it's a vibe. Oh, they got a certain look, a certain vibe. It's stupid, but it might be naive, but that's how a lot of us operate. We just see something. Oh, that person got a good look about them. I like them. We could be totally wrong, but it just naturally happens. But you don't just logicize why you love somebody or trust somebody. It just happens, man. And too many of us are just focused on those that aren't focused on us, man. I'm a prime example. We got to get out of that. We have to get out of that. Not to use cliches, but it's all self-development in this life. To me, is the most important thing by far. The better you are, and it starts here. You start with the mental health, and then everything goes there. Now you can say mental, spiritual. To me, mental and spiritual are synonymous. But you start with that which is inside your mind first, and then you work from there, man. Let me see if I'm at the right place. 111. Yep. Yeah. We need to stop focusing so much. Like, would you ever date a ratchet? Like, all y'all fellas that complain about ratchet chicks so much, would you date one? So that, to me, one video is enough. Now, some of us has been duped and been in certain situations where we've been tricked, but you say your little rant video, you keep it moving, man. Like, we be stressing this junk too much. Hold on, I'll be back. My bad. But yeah, whoever comes into your life consistently, whatever you have access to is a direct reflect of how you're doing in life. Who comes into your life is a direct reflection of how you're doing in life, man. Now, yeah, you got some bold, dusty people that will talk to and approach anybody, depending on the situation. Like, You could be in a nice suit, you know, got the Benz or whatever. You just need some gas, and you happen to be pulling up to a gas station in a sketchy neighborhood. Somebody that's dusty gonna come up to you. You know what I mean? Like, that don't got nothing to do with how you are in life. That's just you looking good, and you're in their neighborhood, so that's what's gonna approach you. You know what I mean? But I mean overall, for the most part, there's no absolute in my verbiage. Just a lot of general ideas, man. And if you want better quality of people to come into your life, gotta step your game up. You know what I'm saying? If you want better quality of food, you have to go into better restaurants. Ruth Chris is going to have a better quality of food and a better quality of options than McDonald's. But you need a certain type of worth in order to get in Ruth Chris that is higher than a McDonald's. If your money ain't right, you're not even stepping foot in McDonald's. If your money, Ruth Chris, I'm sorry. If your money right, you can step foot in. You have the option of stepping foot in Ruth Chris and the option of stepping foot in McDonald's. But it makes zero sense to have Ruth Chris money, but in McDonald's complaining as to why McDonald's level of food is not on the caliber of a Ruth Chris. Or pick your restaurant, whatever. You know, I know some people like they hear examples and they get caught up in the example instead of just like trying to like process the idea. So if McDonald's is whack to you or whatever, or if it's so spectacular to you, then pick a restaurant that you think is trash. And if Ruth Chris is garbage to you, then pick a restaurant that you think is great and insert those restaurants. But it doesn't matter the example. What matters is just the idea in general. If you got the money, why would you still relegate yourself? If you have the money to afford Ruth Chris, which is a better quality than a McDonald's, then why go to McDonald's and complain about their selections and their options when you have the money to be at a Ruth Chris, is what I'm saying. And that's what a lot of these cats do, man. Cats and gals. It's like they'll complain about a certain type of group and they claim they high value and they on a certain level. Well, if I'm at Ruth Chris and I'm enjoying Ruth Chris, I'm not even thinking about McDonald's. Because you complain the most about what you want. A lot of these people want the ratchet people. A lot of these people want the baby daddies, but they want to change people's minds. They want to feel like they changed something and they help create and build and make this individual into who that which is that they want. When we should be looking to meet with people that are already there, so to speak, or y'all can build and grow together. Not that this person is completely destitute. Let me rescue him. Like now, if you got the Captain Saver mentality, and Captain Saver is male and female, if you got that mindset, that's okay. But not me. That ain't me, man. I want to meet somebody that's understanding of my growth and my development and where I'm trying to get and achieve in my endeavors. And I don't put that on anybody or expect that from anyone. That's why I don't put myself out there like that. When I go to try to date, the inadequacies that I do have in certain areas, whether it's financial protection and all that good stuff, those inadequacies, rightfully so, they come up. So I don't put myself out there in serious situations. Now, if I meet a chick, she sees like the baggage that I bring to the table and she's still willing to rock with that, then I'm attracted to her. We can rock. But I'm not gonna knock her for not being understanding of my life's mess ups, you know? And a lot of women, like they'll have 3, 4, 5 baby daddies and be out of shape and be 40, and they expect a red carpet treatment, but then it's like, yo, what you got to bring to the table? Her desire, the fact that she wants you to pay for all her stuff. Not even that she willing to put out and perform her wifely or female duties, sexual. She's like, I like you, and you should be willing to take care of my kids and don't expect nothing. Nah, man. But yeah, we complain. There's too much complaining. I listen to it. I like to hear some of the statistics here and there, but after a while, it's just like it's dudes together on a panel for 5-6 hours. Like women, I can understand cackling like that a little bit, but sometimes when it's dudes talking to each other for 7 or 8 hours, just complaining about women like the female version of the Golden Girls, man. And it's okay to lament and to complain about relationships. It's okay. But when that's like the only focus all the time, yo, man, put that energy into you, man. Stop hanging at McDonald's. Stop worrying about McDonald's if you think that you're of a Ruth Chris level. You gotta change your mindset, man. You gotta change the things that you talk about. You gotta change the places that you go, man. You gotta change your demographics. I think people gonna get it together. People gonna be alright, but I don't know. It's just been, I watch a lot of this YouTube, and after a while, it's just extremely nauseating. I'm tired of using the word toxic. Y'all cats be beating words into the ground, so I'm gonna say nauseating. It's extremely nauseating how so many people just complain about so many people that have zero interest or care in them. That doesn't. Life is mad short. It doesn't make time. It doesn't make sense to me to waste time like that. Man. It doesn't. And sometimes I do it too, though. I'm trying to be lucid and conscious of my BS, man, because, I'm 44, about to be 45. And at least, let's say I got another 40 years. Hopefully I got another 40 years in this existence. So another 40 healthy years. I want it to be as happy as possible. And if it's something as simple as not constantly complaining about how women are that don't like me, then I got no problem getting rid of that. Holla at y'all. Hashtag everybody need more green. Deuces. Like, share, follow, subscribe. I'm going to be doing these more often.